All right, this is everything you need to know about applying to the UCs, from the portal to essays and more. If you're applying to the University of California schools this fall, whether it be UCLA, UC Berkeley, UC Irvine, or any of the 9 undergraduate campuses, you're in the right place. Today, we're covering everything you need to know about that UC application. So grab a drink and a notebook and let's jump in. My name is Denard and I'm a lead counselor with Empowerly College Counseling. By the end of this video, hopefully you'll have a clear starting point and strategy to apply to the University of California institutions. First, let's talk big picture. The UC system uses its own application portal, not the Common App, not the Coalition app. So you'll need to apply to the University California application through the website, apply.universityofcalifornia.edu. Here are a few key things to remember. One application for all 9 university campuses. You choose those in the application once the application opens up August 1st. The window for submissions is October 1st through November 30th. There's no exceptions. The UCs do not accept late applications. So you definitely want to make sure you're on time and in that window. Side note, check out the free Empowerly UC resources that include the UC GPA calculator, UC readiness quiz, and UC ebook. Here's what to expect when you log into the UC application portal. Welcome to the University of California portal. So I want to spend a little bit of time to introduce you to the portal and all the different elements so that you feel comfortable when you start your account. So you first want to get your own account. This will take you in, and then depending on your application status and time frame, likely you will see the year. So we're going to look at the 2025 here. You drop in, and the first thing we want to go to is the About You. And so within the About You section, and you'll see the quick, easy navigation on the side here. The personal information is exactly that. And so this is going to be your contact information, demographics, and background. So spend a lot of good quality time here because this is going to be your identification information at the individual university. So please, if you can answer this questions, please do so. This is always very helpful for those universities. The next section you're going to see here are the campuses and majors. And because I don't have some stuff selected, you're not going to be able to walk fully through. But one tip I will give folks here is please read this initial information here. They're giving you a lot of good steps and tips here. This easy to understand and follow here. But this is where you're actually going to choose information about your term. You're going to start selecting the campuses you're thinking about applying to, and then ultimately majors at the individual campuses. So once you actually select the universities you're actually applying to, you then will choose the individual majors at those individual campuses and do those as well. Academic history is walking you through your entire high school career plus. And so I say the plus piece, you'll see there's a 7th thing. If you have lineage or maybe started your math course sequencing early, or maybe foreign language, this is where that might showcase. But typically you're going to go through your high school transcript and self-report that information. So everything from 9th through what you're taking senior year anticipated. Then it also allows you to put any collegiate information, maybe you're taking some community college courses or additional coursework. That information also will be input in this section as well. Okay. Test scores, everybody's like, and lots of people know that the University of California does not accept ACT or SAT, but they do look at AP scores, IB scores, particularly those high level. If there's some English proficiency exams in there, you will be sharing that information. So that's actually what's going in the test score section here. And then the all very important activities and awards section. So this is where I want a lot of my students spend a lot of their time. And this is the details, all those accomplishments, the leadership, the extracurriculars, all those things you've been involved in throughout your high school time should be going into this section with a lot of great details. All right. Any of folks interested in applying for particular scholarships or special programs, there's a section for those. You can go through and select those based off of the universities, individual universities that you're selecting. And then that kind of leads us into those, secondly, all important PIQs, those personal insight questions. And so with the personal insight questions, you're selecting 4 of 8 up to 350 words. Please don't answer those directly in the portal. I need you to answer them on a Google Doc and reviewing that information. Then you can copy paste and drop them in as you see fit once those are ready to go here. And then ultimately, once everything is completed, you'll get a chance to review all the information throughout the different sections before you hit submit before November 30th. So hopefully this is a great overview for the portal, and happy application time. All right, let's talk about those personal insight questions. A lot of students end up stressing out a lot about these, right? And so that happens with essays in general. So with the UC system, they call these PIQs, all right? And so within these PIQs, you'll choose 4 out of 8 available questions to answer. Each response can be up to 350 words. There's no main essay or personal statement like the common application. Each college has its own slight differences in what they're looking for in the essays, but in general, make sure you're following these key items when you present yourself. We're looking for self-reflection, leadership, creativity, overcoming challenges, passion, values, and goals throughout these PIQs. Here's a couple pro tips. Choose questions that also allow to show your different sides of who you are. Don't pick 4 academic responses or 4 adversity stories. Aim for a balance. UCs want to understand who you are, not just what you've done. Be specific, be personal, and avoid vague, generic language. Here are a few mistakes to avoid. Waiting till November to start. Seriously, don't do that to yourself. No matter how good you are at procrastination or good you think you are, there are many materials to get together. So things like your rec letters or your transcripts. If you want to apply early, you don't want to rush these elements because then it reflects into the quality of your applications. Submitting the same essay or essay type in 4 different ways and 4 different types of wordings. Again, you're wasting opportunity to share more about yourself. Overusing big words and trying to sound too smart. We can read through that as admissions counselors. Misunderstanding test policies. You got to understand what information that you need to be sharing with the UCs. But with the UCs being test blind, you don't have to stress as much. Focus on your GPA, your essays, and those activities. Once you hit submit, you're not done yet. Here's what happens next. You'll get a confirmation email from the UC system, and each campus will contact you separately if you need any additional information like a portfolio or updates. UC does not do interviews as part of their standard process. Decisions usually come out between March and April. If your grades or schedule change after submitting, you must update the UCs using their portal. I hope this provides some clarity in the UC application process. If you like more personalized advice on your college admissions process, you can book a free call with Empowerly, and our team will be there to help learn more about you and how we can help you overall. See you next time.